So, what type of person are you? If I were to ask you the question, why are successful people the way that they are? Is it luck or is it hard work? I think most of us would give the easy answer. Oh, it's probably somewhere along the middle. What do I think? I'm the one who's going to give an easy answer. It's probably somewhere along the middle. But here's my take, which by the way, I don't have too much conviction on this take. This is just something for you to ponder with. If you think it's leaning closer towards luck, you should use your mental energy to change that belief and think it's leaning towards hard work. And if you think it's leaning towards hard work, you should use some of your mental energy to force yourself to believe it's leaning a little bit more towards luck. Let me explain it a little bit better one more time. I'm not asking you to switch which way you think it's leaning towards. I'm just asking you to consider the other viewpoint to be more truthful, to almost force yourself to believe it. Because at the end of the day, if you're the type of person that thinks it's purely hard work and your own doing or hard working people's own doing, who the heck are you? Even if you're Christian and believe in free will is just such a complicated topic. I've and again, who am I? I am incredibly self righteous speaking to you in this way. After all, I believe what I do because I believe that everything anyone does is simply due to the accumulation of everything that's happened in their lives plus their genetics. Those two things are pretty much mostly out of our control. Genetics are completely out of our control, and our life circumstances are mostly shaped by outside forces. We didn't choose to be born. We didn't choose to be born in the country that we were born in. We almost, we think we choose our friends. Okay, so I just scolded the guys that think it's mostly hard work. Now let me scold a little bit of you guys who think it's not hard work. I'm gonna say the same thing. Who are you to almost like not believe in free will? Who are you to have this victim mindset? Who are you to know truth? I don't know truth, and I'll admit it. I could be very wrong. There could very well be an answer. Maybe it is exactly in the middle. Maybe it's 50-50% truth, and that's a law of the. I mean, maybe the truth between. Maybe the truth, maybe the correct answer to the question is it more hard work or is it more luck? Maybe there is some universal truth. Let's say the answer is 40% hard work, 60% luck. Maybe it's 99% luck, 1% hard work. Maybe it's 100% luck. Maybe it's 100% hard work. Maybe there is. I don't think we'll get to it. Can you concede that? Can you admit we're never going to get to it? So what do I want you to do? I want you to let go of the need to be right and instead use your energy to force yourself to believe what you think is more likely going to make you the person that you want to be. Or if you think wanting to be if you think changing yourself just for your own sake, if you think that's selfish, then the person the world wants you to be, or the person you should be, the person you think you should be, think whatever that is. For some of us, maybe it's going to be more empathetic and more grateful for our luck. At the end of the day, me personally, I live in a first world country. I was born in a third world country, but I have even more privilege because I was an even smaller minority of the third worlders who now lives in a first world country. But I feel like if you're speaking English, I don't know, there's like if you're watching this video speaking English, there's like a 85% chance that's completely made up that you live in a first world country. If English is your first language, are there any countries in the world where English first language isn't a first world country? I don't know. Maybe you should be more grateful. Maybe you shouldn't dismiss lazy people for being lazy. maybe their circumstances are so hard, and maybe you would be lazy under their circumstances. At the end of the day, you wouldn't know. Now, let's say you are the type of person that victimizes him or herself and says it's not hard work. It says that it's not hard work and that it's all luck. Maybe you are in a third world. What good does thinking these thoughts serve you? At the end of the day, these thoughts are what determine your actions, and your actions determine your habits determine your life. It all begins in the mind. Everything. I personally used to be a quote unquote loser who stayed in bed, brain rotting all day, eating junk food. And right now, honestly, by society's standards, I might still be a loser. But I got that self identity out of me, and my life is not as miserable as before. Honestly, it's amazing. I am so incredibly happy thanks to the glory of God. And what is God? I don't know why I said that, to be honest. Hold on. Little quick side note, because this is me trying to get better at speaking to the camera. To speak better to the camera, I need to stay focused on you. And I was thinking about my friend who I just reached out to, who I haven't spoken to in years. I remember he's Christian. I'm Christian too, by the way. But I remember he's Christian. I was like, what if he's watching? He's probably gonna want me to say something about God. So I said that thing about the glory of God. But yeah, think thoughts that serve you. Who are you to know truth? Since we are measly human beings who know nothing, let's choose thoughts that serve us. And let's say there is a good amount of psychological study that points. I'm sure there's good psychological studies that point out to a certain answer. I'm sure there's good studies and science evidence that shows hard work matters, or that a lot of hard workers don't acknowledge luck. Doesn't matter, man. Frick science at this point. I'm sure science would also agree that if you believe it's hard work, you're going to be more likely to change for the good. And I'm sure that science agrees that people who are successful, that think they worked hard, sort of face some sort of survivorship bias, which means they don't take into account all the people that also worked hard, but they didn't make it. And for some of you that are in the work hard group, maybe you just worked hard at the right thing and you were lucky with the information, you were lucky with the upbringing and mindsets. Because I think let me give you a little bit more about my beliefs, about where I really stand in this debate. First of all, I don't believe, I believe in God, and I believe in God more than I trust myself and humans. So that alone makes me believe in free will. But I, as a human, I cannot logically believe free will is true. Just, I think there's reasons that are outside of your control that made you happen. I almost feel like I don't have a choice in making this video. I was sort of predestined to always make this video, and everything that's happened in my life subconsciously has made me do this. And I feel like I have an illusion of choice, but if I go back to the past and I remember a certain choice that I make, I feel like there's no way I could have ever made the other choice, just because I had to butterfly effect my way into being the way that I was. But whatever, I believe in God, so I choose to believe in free will, and I think that serves me. And I let go of the need to search for this truth because I don't feel like I will. And I don't know if I dedicate my life work to it. Maybe that's a good purpose. So if you really want to know and you want to dedicate your life to finding out if free will is real or not, go do that. But most of us don't. A lot of you guys, I don't know, you want to be, I don't know, CEOs and doctors and lawyers, or maybe you want to be a car mechanic, or maybe you want to escape the matrix and be a drop shipper or an agency owner, make money online. I don't know what you want to do. Maybe you want to be a YouTuber. Don't need to be right. Just force yourself to believe in free will. Trust me, there are certain action steps that exist in this world that you can take in order to believe in free will. Just like there are probably certain action steps I can take in order to be CEO of McDonald's. It's just I'm probably not lucky enough to take the right action steps because it involves a lot of risks. And by risks, I mean, what should I do? Should I right now first go knock on a bunch of doors, try to get over the fear of rejection, improve my ability to speak to the camera? Or should I go the route of lying about who I am Or should I go to college and get a different degree? There are certain action steps that I would need to be exact, and I bet I could become the CEO of McDonald's. It's just that I don't know what action steps there are. But I probably could do. I don't know. I could probably, if I do this YouTube thing for 10 years and continuously improve based on feedback, I'll be a top 0.1% YouTuber in the world. I think I already am just because I upload every day. But I'll be someone that can make money. And that's the thing. That's also something related to the people who think it's just hard work. Like I was saying earlier, you worked hard at the right thing. I think if you work hard at the right thing, you will be quote unquote successful. The people, there's politicians and actors and sports stars that say they worked hard, and when they ask why are you successful, they'll think of all the hard work that they did, but they don't really think too much of the people that worked hard and weren't successful. But these people that worked hard and weren't successful, they weren't successful in achieving that specific outcome, that specific goal, but they were. That hard work was not for nothing. Even though it's gonna feel like the earth is the end of the world, it's gonna feel like it's the end of the world and that it was for nothing. You develop skills and mindsets that are gonna make you 100 times more likely to succeed in another endeavor. So yeah, man, this is my formula for success. Continuously improve over a long enough period of time with sufficient volume, and you'll be successful at most things. Maybe you won't be an actor, maybe you won't be an athlete. You can be a YouTuber, man. You can make 10K a month online. These things you can. They're not hard. I mean, they're hard. They're not easy. They're not too simple. I mean, it can be simple, depends on who you are. And you need the luck to, you need to be in the right place, right time in order for certain advice to hit you, for you to even want to take action. Most of you won't. And that's kind of, if you're going to take action after this video, then you're probably lucky in some way. But you also need the hard work. And yeah, at the end of the day, you need both. Just do whatever serves you. The people who aren't successful and claim survivorship bias as to why people say, the people who claim survivorship bias when successful people claim success is due to hard work, they worked hard enough. It's just that they didn't work hard at the right things. So you got to develop some type of feedback system so you can improve. And then maybe you won't get the outcome you desired, but you will get an outcome you will like. And also people who think who think it's all about hard work, man, you don't know how lucky you are. Be grateful. Let's not judge. Let's make this world a better place. This was a hard video for me to make. It was complex topics that I know nothing about, haven't researched. I maybe watched YouTube videos here and there. I know some stuff. But yeah, this is episode 100 and something by now of uploading a video to YouTube every single day so I get better at speaking to the camera. God bless you. If you believe in love, then you already believe in God, man, because God is love.